My project today is to paint this aluminum flashing black. And I am not a painter, I'm not a construction guide, I'm a do-it-yourselfer, but I have learned about how to do this and I've done it once. And this is my second batch that I'm painting up, so I'm going to show you how to work. Overall, I would say this is actually easier than I thought it was going to be. Not as challenging, there's just a few steps you got to go through. First step is you got to scratch up the surface. And you could use sandpaper, but I actually found this Scotch-Brite works better. And you just come in here and you sand this here. And you can see here, this is the only section I haven't done. You can see how smooth that is. And here, you can see that it's all scuffed up. So I'm going to come in, scuff this all up good. So the whole surface now is scuffed up. And I've laid these strips out here so that I can basically work it with it as one panel. This stuff is 0.0087 inches thick, which is about 35 gauge. Um, so now that I've got it all scuffed up, next thing is I'm going to blow it clean, and then I'm going to work on with it some alcohol to wipe all the little particles off. And I can definitely feel there's a lot of little particles there. So I tried blowing it all off, but there's still a fair amount of dust. You can see aluminum dust on there, so we got to get that off next. I also wanted to show you, this is the flashing that I bought. I bought it off of Amazon, 60 feet. It's 35 gauge for about $20, which is a really good price. But you notice these are 12-foot long boards. Um, they're short a foot or two, which is annoying, but hey, it's a good price to begin with. So I've got 91% isopropyl alcohol here. The higher the percentage of alcohol, better it's going to dry. And I'm just going to come in here, spray a little bit, here, wipe it down. You can see I'm getting some grit off of this. So any oils on here, it should get it as well, but mainly we're trying to get this grit off of there. Start with another clean section here. Okay, so we're just going to continue working down this whole thing. So I've wiped it all down once, and I want to go over it. See, is there a need to go down, wipe it down a second time? So let's try it again. See what our paper towel shows. See, we still have to go over it again, and I am making sure to throw away the paper towel when I get dirty. I'm going to change to another side of the paper towel. Spray it down here. I'm expecting a little bit less dust on this section because I did wipe this part down a second time. Yeah, a little bit less, but still more. So we're going to have to wipe down the whole thing again, and I'll get back to you after we're done. Now that I have my surface cleaned off, there's still a little bit of dust on here, but I don't think I'm ever going to get it all off. I'm going to paint it with this primer. It's a water-based primer. Zinsser 123 was recommended, but I had this all primer and it's basically the same. So I found that it works fine. I'm going to use this little, I don't know what you call it, tray in here to help me get my roller. So we want a thin coat on here, just enough to make the paint adhere. So I'm using a very low nap roller. And I find that it actually works better going across these guys than rolling it with it. Rolling it with it can sometimes leave too much paint. So I'm just going to try to give as thin as coat as I can, let it dry as quickly. Now, one complication is that today it's only 50 degrees outside, which is the minimum application temperature, so it's within range. You see how it leaves that big streak there? So that's the problem with going lengthwise on these. I'm try to get all those little seams. I mean, I'm not painting for perfection. So I really don't need to be worried as much as I have here. But I'm going to try to get as much of this as I can. And what I'm using these for is on top of a 4x8 joist that is not going to be fully protected by boards. So it's not actually even going to be seen. I just didn't want it to be, I wanted it to be protected. Anyways, I'm going to finish the rest of this and I'll get back to you. Also, because it's only 50 degrees, I've got this fan here, which I'm going to run and try to get it. It says it's going to dry in an hour. With the fan, I think it really will dry in an hour. So it is now dried, and other than a few little bugs that got caught in the primer, feels good, feels like it's going to stick, doesn't just peel off. Okay, so shaking up our can well, and again, I'm not painting for perfection. I'm more interested in just getting something that is not white. I'm not trying to get the entire thing black, just get something that is darker. So I'm going to finish this up. Won't bore you with showing you all the details, but I will come back after it's all done and show you what the finished product looks like. Half hour in 50 degrees weather. I really should leave it longer, but I'm losing daylight. So I've got the white glove here. It looks like it is dried pretty nicely. There's no flaking. And so, again, this I didn't want it to be, didn't need it to be all black. Having a little bit of the gray showing through is fine for me. Also, this was tinted primer. It's tinted a little bit gray, and that helps a long ways in trying to uh, cover it with black. So this is a success. It all looks good. I'm going to leave it overnight to continue to dry. But yeah, this is what I was looking for.